Those of you who I have not met, my name is Sergeant Chris Lee. I'm the lead advisor for the Sheriff's Office Explorer program here in Pickens County. I started this program back in 2007. We started with 5 kids, and not much hope of really growing the program. And it's been amazing to see how far we've come, really in 7 years. We have an average attendance of about 15 to 17 kids, which is much bigger than a lot of Explorer posts down in Metro Atlanta. There's only really one post out there that's bigger than us, and that's Gwinnett County. They got 60 kids. I don't know what they're doing if they're paying them $5 a week to show up, but it's pretty amazing. One of my goals this year, every year the supervisors and employees at the Sheriff's Office were required to submit our goals, our goals and objectives sheet. It's something we have to do to keep us continuously thinking about looking forward and growing and progressing. Well, one of my goals for this year was to get some recognition for the Explorer program. Well, let me tell you where we're at on that. We are one of 2 agencies that are part of the executive directorship of the Explorer Association of Georgia, which has about 25 posts from all across the state. It's myself and Sergeant Rusty Furman from Dover PD. We kind of share the responsibility of running the organization statewide. And so I think that brings a little bit of light on the post. Some other things that we have done, we've done some presentations at the Georgia Sheriff's Association. We were recognized there for all the things that we do, what the kids do. And I was able to go down there and show them some pictures. And after I showed them some pictures about, hey, this is what our kids do, my phone's been ringing off the hook from all these sheriff's offices from across the state to say, hey, how do we get started with this program? So it's not what we do here, it's what these kids are doing for us and what they represent. It really does make a difference. And that really is, our agency motto is determined to make a difference. And that's one of the ways we do it is through these kids. So one of the fun things that we decided we want to do this year, and we've learned a lot from this week, is trying to do an Explorer Academy. Well, we put it together, and there was a lot of people who came together to help us get this thing off, and I just wanted to kind of recognize some of these people. The first person I want to recognize is the man who really was working hard behind the scenes for us. He managed to keep all these hungry mouths fed all week long, and that's a challenge when you're feeding teenagers. I know your grocery bills are high just having one teenager. Imagine having 11 of them piled up in a room. So, Mr. Ray Jackson, if you would please stand. He's really done we appreciate everything Mr. Jackson and the Sheriff's Auxiliary Unit has done in support of this program. Some other people that I'd like to recognize is Mr. Danny Palmer. Mr. Danny Palmer, his son's in the program, Kyler. Danny does not get paid to do this. He enjoys doing this. He comes out. He came to us. He came to me at the beginning of the year and said, "Hey, how would you like to start a drill team?" And I said, "Well, what do you think you're going to do?" "Okay, try it." Well, he's put it together. He's worked with the kids, got the equipment for them and everything. He's done this all on his very own time. So I appreciate it.
Vinny tells me when Tyler ages out, I'm helping out.
He doesn't get to go anywhere. I appreciate it, Danny. Also, not with us tonight, Deputy Blake McFarland. Blake actually scheduled all this thing. He did it all. As we were working in the SRO unit, he took on this task of trying to get the instructors together and get all these people kind of gathered up. And, he really did a fantastic job. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to be here tonight because his entire planned, his whole family, his parents, and all the people were going out of town. So he didn't realize how soon they were leaving, so he had to leave to be out of town. But Deputy McFarland really did a fantastic job. Some other people that have been here this week just really helping out, I couldn't have done this, pulled this off without him. It's Deputy Scott King and we're breaking Deputy King in real quick to the SRO unit. He's like, oh man, all you guys get to do is hang out with kids. Well, let me show you what we're going to do. He got delegated many duties this week and really helped us pull this thing off, and there's no way we could have done this without his help and Deputy Gillette's help. I have never been so proud in my life of working with kids, other than my own children at home. But seeing these kids grow, just especially over this week, and you know, the very first day we said, okay, line up, and they tripped all over themselves, and I was like, you know, we've been doing this before, but apparently they've slept since then, so let's keep working on it. Well, they really pulled it together. I told them our goal this week was to really kind of work together and become a team, and I really think that we've achieved that. So just give a round of applause to these kids. They really did a good job. And now we'll start giving y'all some stuff. How about that? So what I'm going to do is just call out your name, and if you would just come up here, get your certificate. Well, we're just giving you out some certificates of participation for this academy, something that you can put in your college resumes and that kind of stuff, some things that you can do, and we want to always make sure to recognize you do. So, not in any alphabetical, any typical, type of order. So we're just going to start here. Logan Bristol, if you would come up here. AJ Lovingood, come on up. Kaylin Ferguson. Tyler Huskin. Miles Morris. Joe Colson. Come on up. Nikolai Collins. Wow. Maddie Hoffbauer. Hold on, I'm going to stop right here. This is Maddie's birthday today. So if Maddie will stand up. Maddie, I said stand up. And if everybody, there we go. If everybody would join us in singing happy birthday once again. So, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Maddie. Happy birthday to you. And many more. Here, girl, I have to say that. Chris Sams, come on up. Justin Morris. And Jesse Moore. And by the way, Jesse, this is going to be his, he's like, oh, stop. This program was designed for kids ages 14 to 21, so when they do turn 21, they unfortunately age out, so we have to boot them out. Jesse has been with us, oh my gosh, how many years? 4 years. We got to experience Jesse as a young man and got to watch him grow up, sometimes grow up in terror, but we've seen him grow up. And after this state conference, he'll be aging out, so he'll be graduating out of the program. So I just appreciate everything you've done for us, Jesse. Now, we had a little competition this week. When we went up to the firing range, we let them shoot, and needless to say, we all vested up, and I think we actually borrowed other people's vests, so we had 2 vests on. I was thinking about just doing under shooting myself. Except for Danny, he just hit. Okay. So, but part of the competition that we did was who could shoot the best. And after some warm-up exercises and shooting an AR-15, we set them down and ran them through a 30-round course. After running through all the courses, running all the kids through, which took us about an hour and a half to do, one person, and we were thinking that maybe there might be a tie or something like that. Nobody even came close to this guy. Nobody even came close. With an accuracy score of over 90%, the Top Gun award goes to Chris Sams. So
he takes after his mother.
Yeah. Keep that in mind. Now, during the school year, we decided to do a few evaluations. And so we put these kids through a series of tests, anywhere from academic to physical fitness. And some of the kids, they just showed what they got. And what I wanted to do is recognize some of these kids who just showed some outstanding achievement during the evaluation process. So to start with the drill scores, the person who scored the highest on the drill team is Justin Morris. If you will come up. I'm going to hold him here for just a second because the second part, you know? Yeah. Okay. Good, I've done my job. The second thing was an academic. One of the things I tell these kids is you can't really be a law enforcement officer if you don't know the laws. Well, unfortunately, the law book is about yay big, so, or yay thick. So, it takes a lot of effort, it takes a lot of personal study. And we put them down to a test, and Justin Morris, by far, he got the highest score in the bonus points. So Justin Morris also gets the academic award as well. So. Now, one of the other things that we did, and there's some kids who aren't here tonight, and we'll just save their awards for a later date. We had a physical fitness challenge evaluation. They had to do as many push-ups as they could in a minute, as many sit-ups as they could in a minute, and run a mile and as quickly as they possibly could. Is there anything I'm missing? 100-yard dash. And there's one person who just blew it away. He did an insane number of push-ups. In fact, the number of push-ups that he did, I was telling officers, like, yeah, maybe he cracked out, this many push-ups in a minute. He did what? So he really impressed a lot of people. So the Physical Fitness Award goes to Logan Bristol. goes to this person who, across the board, they may have not gotten first place in this area or first place in this area, but they were so consistent in exceeding our expectations that at the end of the evaluation process, they finished number one. I will tell you, this person is highly motivated. They scare me to death sometimes because they are actually more stern than I am. But they're an amazing leader, and they just recently took a leadership role in the Explorer Post. So I wanted to recognize what we're designating as the Explorer of the Year is Maddie Hoffbauer. So, this was year one, and as far as doing this academy, and I hope that we can continue to do this. What I will be doing for all the parents who are plugged into Facebook, I will be posting all these pictures on Facebook, so you guys can snag up what you want. But again, I cannot tell you how much I appreciate you guys letting us work with your kids. It's really been an honor and a blessing, and I really do appreciate the fact that also, if you guys were know, Pickens came out here to film this and put it online as well. So thank you, Mary, for but I appreciate all you guys for letting you get the kids where we need them, and sometimes it's a shuffle, I know. But I can't tell you how much they really do help the community out and help the agency out. They are a lifesaver for us. So I appreciate everything you do as parents. So kids, if you would give your parents a round, because they're one big. But anyways, that's all we had. Ray, if you absolutely.
Thank you. As he said, I'm with the Pickens County Sheriff's Auxiliary Unit. We've got a couple of people today. They are members. We've been in positions about 3 years. With a group of folks that came together. I'm ex-military, like some other folks in here and Danny. And we saw a need in this county. With our sheriff's office. Seems like what happens is they get these guys in that are not mandated. They bring them in, they train them, they go get certified to jail, and they get like a year in, and then based on the sheriff and command staff, they look at these people and talk to them, they want to go get mandated, which means become just like the deputies in here tonight. Well, they go, and a couple of years later, they get, they get on the road, they do good. And then they decide, well, I can go down the road 10 miles and get $10,000 to $15,000 more a year. So what happens is the sheriff's office puts out a lot of money out of his budget to train people. And of course, you can't blame anybody for wanting to do better for themselves. We've had some leave and thought the grass is greener, and they come back and they say, well, it's not like this down there. This is more like home. People are more in tune with each other. So what we decided, we're going to put a group together of residents here in Pickens County. There's about 30 of us, and we're filed with the state, nonprofit. In the process now, getting their 501c3, and government been sitting on it for about 10 months or so. But anyhow, we're hoping to hear something in the next 30 days. And our mission statement is to support the Pickens County Sheriff's Office and its employees during hardships and sickness. And through these employees, we support the citizens of Pickens County during disasters. One of the things that was really on Sheriff Craig's heart was when the tornado came through, there's a lot of people displaced and had nowhere to put them. He put some in the jail, I believe. Did he put some in the jail? Yeah. They put them out locked up.
Not locked up.
They put some in the different fire stations, but there wasn't enough room there. So he came to our group and he told us, what was in his heart about it. He said, I'm not elected by any political people. I'm elected by the people of this county. And it's in my heart to take care of these people, not only just on the road to keep them safe, but during these times. And he was told by some government folks, you don't need to worry about that. That's not really your concern. Definitely, last back said it is my concern because the people in this county put me in this office. So there was a number. We've got Red Cross training. We have got a group together now. We have Sheriff Craig. What happens is when the county calls an intelligence, we're going in this certain mode, which would be disasters pipeline. He called me, and then I called the shelter manager, and we got a couple that's the manager of the shelter. We've got a shelter set up where we can house 50 people that are displaced at the community center. We've done it 3 times. We house the people then the first time they had ice this year came in. We housed people that were coming from Atlanta that couldn't get any further to Pickens County. And they stopped one of the local stations here, the gas station, and asked them if there's anywhere to go. And they said, yeah. Sheriff's office has a place up at the community center. So they came over there and we put them on. We feed them. We try to see what their needs are. If there's something, we can do to get in touch with family or friends. And this was the big thing for Sheriff Craig. And he wants, I've sat here and watched tears come out of his eyes when I talk to him about his people. He wants his people taken care of. And he can only give so much. So through this group, if there's a need, somebody's sick, we can buy groceries, do whatever we can do to do it. If somebody's got a bill, a medical bill that needs paying, they don't have money, of course, if you go down the road and get $10,000, $15,000 more and pay. But they're here. So we pay medical bills. We had one of our members that had issues with him, and we were able to help him. Just anything, to help people. And what happens with us is when we do this, these guys right here get to do their work when there's a disaster. Their job is to be out there to serve and protect people. So it's our job now to be a part of them to protect you or protect me, to have us somewhere to stay and feed. Because sometimes we worry about the weather. If it gets ice goes too bad, guess what? Red Cross is not going to get here. And that was one of the big scenarios we were looking at. And guess what? We got a group that we can take care of our own people. And that's really been something we've been working real hard for to do. The Explorers, when we set up our group, we said we want to be a part to support the Explorers group. And that's what we did. This food didn't come from me, it came from the Sheriff's Auxiliary. We're about 30 people, and I don't know if you've seen the gator. It's we're doing a raffle launch at the Sheriff's Office. We sell 1,500 tickets, $20 a ticket, and once those 1,500 are gone, that's it. And we're going to make a lot of money. And We're going to help these deputies with tasers. We're going to help them with vests. Anything that's related to safety for these guys, we're going to do. Some I think it's going to be used in the sheriff's office with some security issues that Sheriff Perry wants to take care of. Whatever it is. But that's what we're all about. And if there's anybody in here that would like to participate, to help, we meet once a month. If you can't come to every meeting, that's fine. Or if you just want to sit down and talk to me about it, I can give you the information. But we're looking for some more people, really to man the shelter. So if anybody would like to talk to me about it, I'm going to hang around a little bit. Thank you.
We really can't do what we do without the support of the Sheriff's Office every unit. It's been a blessing to the officers who work in the Sheriff's Office. It's really improved our quality of life, especially in dealing with natural disasters. I've been working for this agency for 11 years, and I can tell you that since they started up, it's never comfortable being out there in 2-inch ice, slipping and sliding all over the place. You know, and it's nice to be able to come back to a place and you're wet, you're cold, you're tired, and there's somebody there to take care of you. So that's a good feeling. We appreciate that. So, Sheriff Craig, he really did desire to be here tonight. He got tied up on another call. Unfortunately, he's the sheriff of the county, so therefore he very much he stays very busy, and his phone rings off the hook. So bless his heart, but he did be here tonight. He really did. I was talking to him on the phone right before we started, and he just wanted me to express to you his sincere apology for not being here. But anyways, that's what we have. We're looking forward to a really exciting week next week. We're going to be leaving out for the Explorers State Conference, going down there. That state conference, by the way, those of you that's participating, the parents, that thing is blown up. It's huge. And Sergeant Furman worked hard on it. We've got 200 kids coming to that state conference down at the Georgia Public Safety Training Center. Last year we had 50. So it's grown just a tad. So we're going to have a good time down there. The kids are going to have a good time. Of course, we'll take lots of pictures as always and post those out so the families have that. And that's it. I appreciate y'all coming out here tonight, and y'all have a good summer.